Wait for me!
Whoa!
Where are you going?
Going to meet the Dawn.
I'm going too.
Are you done with what you were doing?
My results weren't that good, so I'm going to meet the Dawn like I first planned.
I'm warning you though, our destination is the Leviathan's Claw hideout.
Huh? I really don't get how things turned out that way. But that's exactly my kind of place.
Then follow me.
Hey, hold on.
What is it, old man?
You do realize what going to the enemy's compound means, right?
What it means?
We're gonna be on their turf, playing by their rules. If we get there and we're not ready to roll, they could give us a mighty beatdown and it'd be lights out for us.
So, you're asking if we're totally prepared to go?
We're ready to roll, old man.
You sure?
You're worrying more than usual. We're ready.
Yeah? Well then, let's go.
What sort of fellow is this Dawn?
He's an old man that's just larger than life.
In that case, I'm sure meeting him will provide a clue to the riddle of Ifreed. Dawn Whitehorse.
Huh?
Did you say his last name was Whitehorse?
Oh, well, you just said it yourself, right?
I'll do my best. Oh, power. What sort of
I'm guessing this is the Manor of the Wicked.
It's so heavily guarded.
We should wait and see what the situation is like first.
Can't get too comfortable, though.
Shh, they're arguing about something.
What part of let us in are you having trouble with? Like I said, your timing just seems a little too perfect. Don't you have anything to prove who you say you are?
You know what? Actually, we don't. Let us through. The Dawn is here. We don't have time to sit and chat.
So, the old man did come here.
Bingo. This is our chance to listen in.
Didn't you go looking for proof that the hunting blades were after that dragon rider?
I told you. We received word that the Dawn was headed here before we could arrive at Mount Temza.
We couldn't very well ignore news like that, could we?
The hunting blades are out to get Judy?
What are you waiting for? You won't be any use to Jaeger if we have to give you a beating.
We'll let you through, but not without an escort. You don't mind, I hope.
Whatever, just let us in.
What luck! Now there's less guards to worry about.
Guess we better strike while the iron's hot.
Who the hell are you? Hey!
Nice, Rapide.
You don't scare me.
Smile of wavering darkness! How's this? That's no good! Spread thy alluring snare and deliver my enemies. Come on, Rita. Snap out of it. Holy power! First aid! Din of this monster angel's
That a little too rough for you? I think we're still in the clear.
So let's make with the getting inside.
Why do you think the hunting blades would be after Judith? If they're looking for Apatheia, maybe they want the dragon she was riding. If he's an Antilocheia, he might become an Apatheia like Belius. I mean, when he dies.
Which means Harry's request wasn't the only reason they wanted to take Belius down. They want those Apatheia something bad.
Judy.
Judy might be in trouble, but we should help the Dawn out first. Especially with those two charming young ladies in there.
Aye. Let's be quick and clean this place up.
Sure. We should be on our way.
I'm just worried about Judith.
So you'll be going to Mount Timza?
But the Dawn...
And we're practicing deciding for ourselves, remember? Let's move.
I'm coming too! She'd be upset if I left the Dawn like this to go looking for her. I can just hear her saying, "My, what did you think you were doing?" Don't worry about that lady. She's tough.
Alright, let's get the old Dawn out of this place. Looks like we found one more thing we can't ignore.
Okay.
I never would have guessed we'd have to chase down the Dawn and then go make Judith talk. It looks like the hunting blades are on the move too.
I want to know how Leviathan's Claw managed to get that information. I'm sure there's something they're after.
Judith.
I know you're worried, but let's just deal with what's right in front of us for now.
Right. Let's look for the Dawn. Look!
White Horse!
That's the Dawn?
Stand back!
Didn't you say Leviathan's Claw would never try something like this, old man?
The Dawn's the one that started all this.
What? Then that means the old man's...
Just what do you think you're doing here, you damn fools? Bringing young ones to a place like this?
Bravo! I really should thank you for such a heart-rending performance.
What the hell's he talking about?
Get out of the way! You'll be gone soon enough.
Okay, Grease, of innocent waters!
The Dawn would be crazy to do this alone. Where's the Don?
He's gone after Jaeger.
Let's go.
I never dreamed you'd try anything this risky.
I finally made up my mind that this mud ball be a much prettier place without you on it.
The other Master Guilds surely won't like you ignoring the Union's laws for your personal vendetta.
And I'll face the consequences. But it's daybreak now. Looks like I've underestimated your touch. I'm out of time. If I don't get myself back to Dongrest, those fools gonna start a war with each other.
Oh, I think it's a bit late to prevent that little accident from happening.
A couple of eggs might have to be broken, but I'm prepared to pay a price.
A price?
You still got us to deal with, Jaeger.
Well, it looks like the tide's taken a turn. Yeah, indeed. Bye-bye.
Hey, wait!
Damn, that guy's a regular vanishing act.
Now what's with all of you? Just how you figure coming down here be the smart thing to do?
Who's that little kid?
I ain't no little kid. I'm Patty.
Sorry about that. Patty, huh? Why don't you come over here and show me your face? Now this is a surprise.
Huh?
You're a dead ringer for Eifried. The very spitting image.
Huh? Then it really is true that Patty is Eifried's granddaughter?
Granddaughter? You're his... I never heard nothing about that scoundrel having a granddaughter.
Huh. So Patty's guess was right on the mark.
As his relative, I bet you must have suffered quite a bit over Eifried's infamous incident.
I've got my own reasons for following Eifried's trail. I thought that since you were his friend, Don, you might know something.
It'd be an exaggeration to say that we were ever friends. He just did whatever he wanted to do. I never knew where he was or what he was doing. And I ain't got a clue about that now, either.
I see. Haven't you met him somewhere recently?
Have I? Can't rightly say.
This is a keepsake left by an ally of yours. We were asked to bring it to you.
Looks like I caused you all some trouble. Of all the... Why'd she have to wind up like this?
Just what is an apatheia, anyway?
Well, you see... Afraid I don't have time to explain it now. I hate to cut and run, but I'll leave the rest of these guys to you.
Wait.
We should think about getting out of here, too.
Hey, let me try and buy the old man some time.
Raven?
Come on.
Guess we'd better.
You don't scare me.
Oh, power that tries so shine! Bullseye! Let them die under God's pyramid! Splash! Take this! Let them die under God's pyramid! Oh, flickering blaze, burn! Power that tries so hard!
That's what happens when I get serious.
That's the line.
I think it's about time.
I agree.
You don't mean from up here? Ah!
I got a bad feeling about this. We should get back to Dongrest.
I'm the spitting image of Eifried. Not the picture I had in my head.
Indeed. I thought he'd be an imposing figure like Don.
I'm all muddled. I need to ask Don for more details. We do battle with all our might! Oh, Serpent
Are you done already?
I'm not done yet.
This enemy doesn't look so nice. We must be cautious.
Later.
Yuri! It's terrible! The Union and Polystrole are squaring off against each other with Hopeful and Blastia! The Dawn is back, but something's not right!
So, he made it back in time. Looks like my...
What do you mean, your hunch?
He's been planning for this to end in his death all along.
What? Why would he want to do something like that?
To set things right?
Bellius died because of Harry's rash behavior. She's the Duce of Nordopolica. You can't just say, sorry, I got some bad information, which means there's gotta be compensation to make up for losing Bellius.
So the price Don mentioned back at the Manor of the Wicked was...
His own life. Once he made up his mind to sacrifice himself, taking down Jaeger wasn't a problem. Even if it meant going against the laws.
No! He can't do that!
There has to be some other way.
Both sides are at the breaking point, though. This thing could go off at the drop of a hat, and if it starts, it'll mean all-out war between the Union and Polystrole.
I'm not sure we have the time to find some other way.
I'm going with Carol.
Hang in there, kid. You're a boss now, right?
But it's like there's nothing I can do on my own.
So then ask for help. That's what friends are for, right?
Don!
Take good care of them, and they'll be there whenever you need them.
I'm coming with you.
Like hell you are! Well, old man, it's been fun.
Raven, you better nail Jaeger for me.
That's a heavy load for somebody like me.
You're the only one I can ask.
White Horse.
Little lady, try going underground to the storeroom in the city's tavern. There's a wall there inscribed with Eifried's name. If you're his granddaughter, it ain't a bad idea to take a glimpse at the kind of things he did and how he lived. We're so grateful for everything your darling grandson's done to us. Really.
The boy has made a mess of things. He may be my idiot grandson, but he's also a full member of the Union. And it falls upon any leader to take responsibility for the mistakes of their people. So say the laws. Take me, then. Let my head atone for Bellius.
Don.
Idiot. These guilds. They're all filled with nutcases.
So, who's gonna be my second?
It would be my honor.
Guess you're stuck doing a job nobody much wants.
You too.
No kidding. Yuri, I was looking forward to watching you go places. I'll make sure to save you a spot in hell.
I don't think they'd let me into the hell you're going to.
I won't forget that attitude, boy.
And I won't forget your resolve, Don Whitehorse.
Dawn! Listen up. You all gotta stand on your own 2 feet from here on. There's a new age coming, so get out there and make it for yourselves.
Everyone here seems to have calmed down.
Feels more like they're expecting the end of the world.
Carol's been taking the Don's passing pretty hard, too.
And it looks like things are keeping the old man busy. I guess it comes with being a member of Altosk.
Huh.
I haven't seen Patty for a while now.
She might be in the sewer tunnels.
Oh, right. That's what the Don was talking about.
He gave up his own life to make amends for what happened. The guilds take their laws pretty seriously.
The pride of living by the laws of the guild, taking responsibility, accepting the choices he'd made. The Don practiced what he preached.
And he was willing to stake his life on those beliefs.
Responsibility, choices.
I've got to get these things figured out myself. Best to start with our guild, with brave Vesperia.
Yuri? Where are you?
Just going for a walk.
He probably went looking for Carol.
Carol.
Now my hands have killed someone I never wanted to kill. Don, that feeling still hasn't left my hands. You really were a piece of work, old man.
Yuri, there wasn't anything I could do. The Dawn, and all the rest of you, you'd all made up your minds and did what you could. Nobody in this town's gonna listen to anything I've got to say, so I was thinking I should try talking with Palestrale instead. But they might be done talking, and just attack anyway. When I thought that, I was too scared to go alone. So I ended up not going at all. I'm not good for anything.
What about Judy? Weren't you gonna look for her?
I can't. I can't go with you anymore, Yuri. I'm just not cut out to be the boss of a guild.
Is that it then? Is that all guilds and brave Vesperia mean to you? Just walking away from the dream like that?
But I wanted to be the best guild! To be useful to the Dawn! For him to notice me! He's been a role model for me, and now he's not around.
So you're just gonna pack it up and quit? Just what was it the Dawn died for? You, of all people, should know the answer to that.
You can always do everything you want, Yuri! You'd never understand how I feel! I'm not tough like you! There's no way I can be like you and the Dawn! It's over! Our guild is...
Carol! Don't you remember all the Dawn told you? Did you forget his resolve? As a member of our guild, I'm going to Mount Timsa to find Judy.
Huh?
Brave Vesperia will go on. Even if you don't, this guild is more than just you now.
I don't want to run away. I don't want to, but...
Get ready. I'm taking you down. Later.
Carol.
He'll be fine.
But...
Well now, if it isn't that darling boy and girl. How very nice to see you both.
Jaeger!
You've got some nerve showing your face after planting the seeds of war.
Seeds of war? I'm quite sure I don't know what you're talking about.
Attacking Palestrale is a matter for the Union to decide.
Yup, that's right. We just helped inform their decision.
Exactly. Understand, my little friends?
I'll give you something to smile about.
That's enough for today, I think. It is the day of the Dawn's passing, after all. We're still in mourning, you see. The world lost a great man today. It most certainly did.
What is it you guys are after? Get the Dawn out of the way to take control of the Union?
Oh, no. Our little business will most surely be easier without the poor Dawn around, but let's not go there. I've come today for my own personal reasons.
I don't want to disgrace the Dawn by doing something I'll regret later. You should leave before I change my mind.
It is not only you who are mourning this death, you know. Be seeing you then.
Even Jaeger is mourning the Dawn. I don't understand. Hadn't he been trying to get rid of Don Whitehorse himself?
The old man was a nuisance to Leviathan's Claw, but maybe things were a little different for Jaeger on a personal level.
You mean like the difference between guilds and individuals?
Yeah. To the Dawn, there was Jaeger the boss, and Jaeger the person.
The Dawn did break his own laws and take the fight into his own hands.
Well, we should be on our way.
All right. I told Rita we would be meeting her at the town exit. I also left a message at the inn for Patty.
I said he'll be fine. Let's go.
Where are Carol and Patty?
What is the deal with everyone worrying so much? What are both of your plans after this?
I'm going with you, of course. Like I said, I've decided to stick with you guys while I research the air credit.
Right.
I want to go with you as well, Yuri. Now that we know the hunting blades are out to get Judith, we've got to try and help her.
We're not obligated to do anything for her.
Judith shared in our travels. She's one of us.
She also destroyed the Ceres Blastia on the ship.
But...
I'm not going out on any mercy mission. I told you I need to set things straight, right?
Yuri...
What does Judy know? What doesn't she know? I'm gonna see that she comes clean about all of it. I have to find out where this guild stands.
Well, we might just end up saving her along the way.
You two are worried about her. I knew it.
What are you talking about? We might, is all I said. Anyway, with all this talk about setting the guild straight, is the fearless leader himself gonna come?
It'll take more than this to keep him down. He'll come.
Oh, Patty's here.
Did you have a look at what your grandpa left behind?
I engraved it all firmly in my memory.
So did it help you remember anything?
It doesn't look like things are gonna go quite so well. But I can't let myself get discouraged by something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it okay for me to be with you guys a little longer?
I don't mind. Okay, let's go.
What should we do about Raven?
He couldn't come now. He can't turn his back on this town. They lost the Dawn.
You're probably right. The old man has his own agenda to take care of.
I'm gonna miss him.
Think who you're talking about. That guy might just pop up when you least expect it.
So where is this Mount Temza anyway?
My guess is that it's somewhere north of the sands of Kogor. She mentioned something about living with Baul on a mountain to the north of a desert.
There certainly are plenty of mountains in the northern regions of Desier.
Well, let's start there and see where it takes us.
We'll be going to Désert by ship. Looks like that's where I come in.
All right, let's head to...
Carol!
Wait! I'm coming with you. I might not fully understand the things that Dawn wanted to tell me yet, but Brave Vesperia is our guild. So I've got to come with you guys.
Carol.
I think if I ran away, if I abandoned my friends, that'd be the end. I couldn't come back. That's why I've got to go. Please let me come too.
Of course. You're the boss of this outfit, Captain.
Yuri, thanks. But don't call me boss anymore. I haven't done anything to earn that title yet. Until you really think I'm a boss. Until I don't feel embarrassed when someone calls me boss. I'll just do my part as a fellow member of Brave Vesperia.
Understood, Carol. Not a bad plan.
All right.
It never ends with these guilds. Bunch of hot-headed idiots.
That's exactly what's so good about the guilds, I think.
Yeah. Quite juvenile, isn't it?
Ah! Hey, old man!
Ah, how glorious is youth!
What are you up to?
Huh? Something wrong with my being here?
Well, don't you have your hands full with the Dawn's passing and everything?
You know, it all just seemed a little too bothersome, so I ducked out.
But you owe a lot to the Dawn. Aren't you sad?
Sad? I cried and cried till my throat was hoarse, and there wasn't a tear left in me.
Funny, it doesn't show on you at all.
Huh. So not even Raven the Great can bear to ignore the Dawn's parting words.
What are you talking about? You heard me, didn't you? That burden's too heavy for this beast. I'm sure they'll be able to take care of that piece of business just fine without me.
All right, we'll leave it at that.
Oh, man. These kids today, I tell you.
Traveling Traveling in a group is loads of fun. It's so lively.
This isn't lively, it's rowdy. Didn't I tell you that before?
So now we can depart for Desier, right?
Huh? Why are we going back there?
That's a pretty good hunch you had there. Mount Thames is north of the Sansa Kagor. There's a Crydian city there, if memory serves.
And why would you know something like that?
Well, I'm over twice your age, so of course I know twice as many things.
Right.
So are we going, or aren't we?
Can we get to the north of Kagor by boat?
Guess we'll have to see when we get there.
Hoist the sails! The Fiertia is off to sea! Our swords for freedom, our shield for friendship, our lives for the common good.
The Union Oath, huh?
Do you suppose Eifried lived according to those words? Or did the wind blow differently?
Well, the fact that Eifried's signature is on the oath is no simple twist of fortune.
Well, we'll just have to take up the oath for Dawn and Eifried then, won't we?
Well, Don, looks like the youth have picked up the torch you and Eifried once carried.
Don Whitehorse was a real man, wasn't he?
Aye. I'm sure you felt the weight of that in your blade as his second. I'm sorry I made you shoulder that burden.
It's all right.
Unbelievable. Why would he accept that role? Do you think Yuri is really all right?
He's not all right, but I imagine he'll be able to sort it out in his own mind. That lad's got real resolve.
Resolve? Do you mean like with Rago and Cumore?
Aye. Once he's made up his mind and taken up a task, he'll see it done no matter how heavy it is. It's an exhausting path, one this old man could never take.
You aren't alone in that.
All folks like us can do is keep an eye on the lad as he does what he needs to.
hold still. I'll make this quick. What the? Here's this!
Spread thy alluring snare and deliver my enemies unto me.
Oh, now let my soul shine. We must... We do battle with all our might!
Oh, flickering blaze, burn! Oh, fireballs!
Shine!
Good job, Spot!
And here we are. Welcome to Mount Temza.
These are human footprints, right? There sure are a lot of them.
Could it be the hunting blades?
That, or it might be the Knights.
But why would the Knights be here?
Well, Flynn was looking for Apatheia too. If that's what the hunting blades are doing here, then the Knights could be here for the same reason.
Why is everyone scrambling to get their hands on Apatheia all of a sudden?
It was so pretty, all sparkly and glittery. I'm sure it's incredibly valuable.
We never had the chance to get an explanation from the Dawn.
If Judy will clue us in on what she knows, things might clear up.
Judy. I wonder if she'll tell us.
I don't know. It's up to her whether she'll talk or not.
Yuri.
Hey! You guys, come look at this! This is crazy!
What the heck?
The mountain's been flattened.
What could have happened?
Is there really supposed to be a town here?
Well, it was here 10 years ago. That I'm sure of. But I can't vouch for what's happened since then.
10 years? That's quite a ways back. What were you doing way out here?
Well...
That voice. Is that you, freak?
Here's hoping everything's all right.
Let's hurry.
It's even worse from up close.
I've never seen a hole this big before.
There's no way this could have happened naturally.
It looks like something exploded here.
An explosion! Are there monsters that can do something like this?
They were, but those monsters were all wiped out.
What do you mean, wiped out?
What you see here, this was a battleground in the Great War.
What?
So that means humans and Entelekea fought here. The humans were victorious, but there were scarcely any survivors. The facts behind the war are shrouded in darkness. Not even the official government histories give many details about what happened.
So the Entelekea did this to the mountain's terrible power.
The Great War. 10 years ago.
That must have been when you were a baby, Patty.
But this is the first time I've heard that a battle took place here.
The Empire's kept a pretty tight hold on information about it. They've got a lot of secrets. You should know that by now.
Thought it was strange that monsters would wage war against humans, but...
What they didn't want us to know was that those monsters were actually Entelekea.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Raven.
You come across a lot if you live long enough, kiddies.
Okay, enough history lessons. We came here so we could look for Judy.
The monster's voice we heard just now. What if they've already got Judith cornered?
Judy's really strong. There's no way she'll go down easily.
Of course not. Besides, I've got to give that dragon freak a beat down. I can't let a monster beat me to the punch.
Yeah.
Let's hurry.
Man, the Great War. I mean, leaving a gaping hole where a mountain used to be.
I still can't believe how much power the Entelekea must have had.
How could the humans fight beings that powerful and not get demolished? I just don't get it.
Indeed. The Great War may still hold secrets we haven't uncovered yet.
And I'll bet those secrets are hidden somewhere in this mountain.
Yeah, but the war's over now. It can't have anything to do with us, right?
I hope so, but...
Holy power, come to me! Priest of innocent waters! Spread thy alluring snare and draw madness unto me!
This!
Strength, dwell in this blade!
Huh, not bad.
Oh, power that tries soul shine!
Take that!
Flickering flames burn! Fireball!
That's over.
This one's strong.
Get ready for anything.
A flickering blaze, burn! Fireball! Your weak spot. Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor.
Alright, who's next?
Nurse! Oh, din of this modest land. Starblast! Oh, power that tries soul shine. Repeat! Your tail?
Yuri, what's the matter?
I was just thinking about what Judy said. Bowel saved me during the war. I just realized that maybe she was talking about the Great War when she said that.
So maybe she fought against the Empire with that dragon freak during the Great War?
It'd be kind of sad if Judy was an enemy of mankind.
Maybe Raven can tell us. You fought in the Great War, didn't you, old man?
Huh? Why?
I think only someone who was on the scene would know so much about the war.
Really? But there weren't supposed to be very many survivors, right?
Very true. I thought I was gonna die back then, too. If only I'd died then. Things would have been so much easier, too.
If only you died. What a weird thing to say.
So, did you ever see Judith during the war?
No, not a chance. I may be a player, but 10-year-old girls are definitely off limits for me.
Oh, jeez.
Then it sounds like Judy didn't participate in the war.
Right. I mean, if it was 10 years ago, she'd be 9. That's even younger than me.
I feel like I never saw Baul either. Maybe they ran away from the battle?
So it was really the Antilochea who fought in the battle?
Yes, I guess so. Though at the time, we thought they were only a really terrible breed of monsters.
But wow! You were really in the war, huh, Raven? That's so cool! I thought only Imperial Knights fought in the war.
Maybe I'll tell you more about it when you're older.
Take this!
Oh, power that tries soul shine!
Alright, who's next?
Day of this modest land! This blade! Sharp shine!
Alright!
They know each other way too well. I did it!
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
Take this! Everyone!
Din of this Oh, flickering blaze, burn! Fireball!
We're done. gone soon enough.
Smile of wavering darkness! Let them thy ultimate power come to me! Splash! Not bad! Oh, caprice of innocence! The sign of victory!
Yeah!
Yay!
You got pretty good.
This is a Critian city? More like the remains of one.
There might be some treasure around here.
What do you think Judith would come here for?
Suppose it wouldn't make much sense to say she was feeling homesick.
The hunting blades!
Judith! You.
Damn you! Go inform Tyson and Nan!
Hey! Nobody lays a hand on one of our own. If she's broken our laws, we'll settle this amongst ourselves. Now get out of here.
We're only trying to follow a monster we're hunting.
This doesn't involve you.
Okay, this is getting us nowhere. Let me at him!
You're right. It's just a waste of time trying to talk sense to people like this.
Anyone who interrupts our conversation is gonna be taking a long nap.
Leave. Now. Or do you really want to do this?
Judith! You followed me here.
Yeah, we're here to settle things for the sake of the guild.
Judith, tell us everything you know.
Why you destroyed the Blastia. About the Apatheia and the Entelikeia. Their relationship to Pharaoh. All of it.
And even though you're one of us, your answers will decide your fate.
Punish the unjust, was it? Honestly, I don't know if that's really a good thing or not. You've already come this far. I suppose there's no going back now. Come.
Yuri, what did you mean about Judy's fate?
If there's one thing the Dawn's last moments taught me, it's that I've been too soft. If a part is infected, you cut it off before it infects the whole. Even if it's a comrade, an Entelikeia, or a friend.
You mean even if it's Flynn or Pharaoh?
Yeah. It's the path I've chosen for myself. The hunting blades again?
We didn't just cross paths this time. We're after the same thing. We just might have to fight.
If it does come to that, you guys don't have to worry about me. But we can't keep Judith waiting. Let's go!
Carol.
Our boy's growing up.
Yeah.
Isn't there some way we can avoid fighting the hunting blades?
I hope so, but it's pretty much up to them.
Yup.
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
This enemy doesn't look so nice.
Get ready for anything. You're gone!
Who did of this modest land?
That's over. I heard stories of a Cridian town, but I never knew where it was.
Me too. Didn't expect it to be on Mount Temsa.
They must really value their privacy to build a whole town on a mountain.
Is there something they don't like doing in front of other folk?
Cridians are a secretive lot, to be sure.
So, you are aware that this place was the ground on which the Great War was fought.
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of blastia.
What?
This was not a blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Temsa using a new type of technology, the Hermes blastia.
Hermes blastia? I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built...
I didn't think you could make a new blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of blastia.
But something went wrong.
The blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The air krina began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
That would mean the end, not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Just like we saw at Cave Mach and the Wiesen of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
The Entelekea realized the dangers of the Hermes blastia before the humans, and they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Entelekea fought against the humans to help the planet?
But why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous those blastia were?
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Entelekea. Probably didn't talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Temsa fell to the flames of war, and the technology of the Hermes blastia was believed lost.
Wait, you mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Emmeet Hill, Gosferost, not to mention.
The Ceres blastia on the Fiertia.
That new Ceres blastia must have been a Hermes blastia.
So then you've been destroying the blastia in place of the Entelekea. You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world all on your own? Are you stupid?
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass.
You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan.
We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but...
Everyone, have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Carol, have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Step aside.
Monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Entelekea aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Apatheia.
It seems you won't listen to reason. If you have no intention of moving...
You leave us no choice.
All monsters should be killed!
That's the rule of the hunting blades.
I don't care what you think of monsters. I will protect Baul, even if it costs me my life.
It's pretty stupid to think anything out of the ordinary is automatically evil.
Hating monsters is punishable by death!
You're worse than monsters. They just got instinct. You got brains. So what's your excuse?
Shut up! We hunting blades will not back down!
So I guess we just gotta fight this out.
Don't blame me for what happens.
Just grant us your favor.
I'll blow you away!
Sharpen that rage and run them through.
I'm okay. Guys, the snare and deliver my enemies unto me.
Really, angels grant us your favor.
And damn this modest lad. Now you've done it. I'll heal you. What's our future?
Bring them back from the abyss of death.
And damn this modest lad. Grant them thy undefiled purity. Holy power, come to me! Unto me.
We're not done yet.
Oh, now you've gone and done it!
Were you going easy on them?
I'll fight anybody who lays a hand on my people. I'm not done yet.
That's the logical outcome.
Nan, I'm sorry.
What's happening?
Baul is trying to evolve as an Entelekea.
It looks like he's suffering.
Baul, come on!
You can do it!
No!
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do. My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts, but you are different. Never lose that kindness, the compassion you so readily show to others.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best. Well now.
Amazing!
I knew you could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes. Thank you all for helping to protect him. This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us! Of course we'd help!
That's right!
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him. You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey, after all.
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
The skies are wide open above us.
Have you lost your mind?
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Fiertia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
Judy!
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
But I'm really glad we're able to help Judy out.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself. We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Oh, Yuri.
Sorry to interrupt while you were thinking.
Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've always thought that it was my duty to know, but after what happened to Belius...
That's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more.
You too, Yuri?
Yeah?
Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes.
There's only one thing I can say for sure.
What's that?
Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring.
I really wonder.
So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all?
What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime?
What Judith was talking about before. Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means?
I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with them.
If that person was still using the Blastia, even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed.
Old man, don't tell me you...
Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day.
I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one.
Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders?
Don't fall overboard.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yuri, the world sure is big.
Yeah. Even though we're flying this high in the air, we still can't see everything.
If the world's this big, I guess it makes sense that there'd be so many things we don't know. It might not make that much of a difference whether I get my memories back or not.
Are you saying you'd be okay with not getting them back?
I'm not the only one who feels restless and anxious not knowing the truth. Everyone's worried about something. Even you and Estelle.
You think so?
Isn't that why everyone's here? Isn't that why Judy came back?
And is that why you're here too?
I don't want to be alone.
You know, you're being pretty honest today.
I'm always honest.
Really? Well, maybe you are. Are you thinking about Judy?
Yeah. I'm wondering what we should do about her.
It's true that she broke the Guild's laws and betrayed us.
I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws. But
She did what she did to save the world. Judy is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her.
Yep, Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm gonna talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually.
Oh yeah?
Maybe if I become a little more decisive, Nan will listen to me too.
Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed?
Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than a usual core. It looks like what she said was true.
She said she wasn't too good at lying after all.
To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world, after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt.
Well, what if it had been you?
If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that.
What the?
Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance, and our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Judy!
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow, beings like Pharaoh and Baul. the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelekea have regulated the air, but the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for Apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these Apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an Apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So Apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the Apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
But if that's possible, there must be tons of guys who want those things.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia. It was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen, it was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Wait! Rita!
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself, and take responsibility for who I am.
All right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces, so you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh, who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Baul's? That's all there is to it?
Every Entelekea has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
Alright, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power's extraordinary, even among the Entelekea.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Entelekea.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Rapide?
Yuri, you want to talk to Rapide?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
Pharaoh, Belius, Baul? What sort of beings are Entelekea anyway?
They are the oldest intelligent life forms on Tercalumares.
So, they aren't monsters?
They aren't. It's said that they have a higher level of awareness than humans, though they don't have a civilization.
Shiver me timbers! The Entelekea were smart!
The reports we get from Baul are pretty accurate.
He's a smart boy.